And whatever you're going to do, I'm not saying don't feel the way that you feel or don't do the things that you're doing privately. That's your business. It's none of our business. My point is, it's none of our business. We shouldn't be in your relationship. You shouldn't be on a media circuit talking about your husband like that. There shouldn't have been red table talks about entanglements while he's sitting right in front of you.
Smith is not done taking a swipe at Jada Pinkett after she openly came out to say that for 7 years herself and Will Smith have been separated. Well, after that interesting conversation that popped up, a lot of people had their perception about who Jada Pinkett apparently and the character she apparently possessed in the marriage between herself and Will Smith really is like. But of course, Stephen Smith came out asking 3 relevant questions. He said, what is the stand of Jada Pinkett's, between the marriage that she apparently has with Will Smith, and of course, where is her decency and her value morals in the marriage? Well, interestingly, he's back once again and seemed to be taking another swipe. This time he went very, very high on Jada Pinkett. Well, stick and stay. This is the Literary Helping Next News. We will appreciate the fact that you keep your subscription coming. Of course, your thought and comment will be appreciated in the comment section. Join today's episode. Let's get interactive. Now, for the second time, Jada Pinkett is getting backlashed by Stephen, Smith. Now, interestingly, also, he did say something very high to Jada Pinkett, which, of course, she apparently did not pay attention to, but looks like Stephen Smith is not really done addressing the whole memoir that's worthy. For those of you who may not know exactly what the book contains, now, Jada Pinkett basically is talking about her life history, and shockingly, the part about her marriage between Will Smith and Jada Pinkett herself really has become a topic for conversation. Now, in that interesting revelation, she did say that for 7 years, herself and Will had been separated. Now, let's go back a bit. Remember the whole entanglement that happened between Jada Pinkett and, August Osei. Now, in that interim of that particular time, Jada and Will apparently agreed on taking a decision to go have some mutual separation, and then later we woke up to this interesting conversation. Well, let's check out what exactly Stephen Smith had to say about this video.
And whatever you're going to do, I'm not saying don't feel the way that you feel or don't do the things that you're doing privately. That's your business. It's none of our business. My point is, it's none of our business. We shouldn't be in your relationship. You shouldn't be on a media circuit talking about your husband like that. There shouldn't have been red table talks about entanglements while he's sitting right in front of you for the world to witness. I mean, damn. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie, ladies and gentlemen. I got so worried watching Jada talk about Will Smith over the years. At one point in time, I thought she was going to go for the gut and start talking about endow or endowments per se, as opposed to entanglements. That's what I thought was going to happen. I mean, damn, that's how nervous I got for him. Because I don't give a damn who you are. No man wants to hear a woman talking like that. Children going out there and talking about how they wish Tupac was still alive for their mama. I mean, damn. Tupac is dead. God rest his soul. I assume and hope to God he's in heaven because of all the contributions he's made to our society. Regardless of his troubles, he was phenomenal, a genius. I miss him all the time. But I was like, damn, I missed him for a different reason. Other people missed him for a different reason, it appears. We didn't need to know all that. But you told us, or your family told us, or somebody alluded to it on Red Table Talk, or one of your interviews, and now the book, Worthy. Come on. That's all I'm saying. But leave it to Will, the hero, to come to the rescue again. Because In the aftermath of the response to his wife Jada Pinkett Smith's statements about their quote-unquote turbulent relationship in her forthcoming book, Worthy, which will be out tomorrow, by the way, in an email to the New York Times, this brother Will Smith, listen to what he had to say. He expressed that Jada Pinkett's revelations about their marriage in her memoir, quote, woke him up, end quote. He realized, quote, she had lived a life more on the edge and that, quote, she is more resilient, clever, and compassionate than he'd understood. I could use the word embarrassment. But you know what the appropriate word is here? Uncomfortable. Because once again, Will Smith is missing the point that people who are being critical of Jada Pinkett Smith is trying to make. He's talking about how she feels. Most folks are talking about why we gotta be the ones that know about it. That's all. Will knows what he's done and hasn't done. He knows what he's been as a husband and what he hasn't been. He knows what trials and tribulations he's put us through. The point is, everybody else ain't supposed to know. The point is, when you talk about...
Looks like Will Smith really would also have to come back and defend this whole entanglement issue and, of course, the explosive content that Jada Pinkett seemed to have put out there. I don't know why people really still are waiting to the conversation. Now, this woman is not going to stop talking. As and when she feels like talking, she will come to talk. And so, well, I guess the more we deal with her, the more apparently we get used to it. But it's not surprising anyways. I don't know. But because first she said there was an entanglement, then she came back to say that August Sia and herself never had anything. So what did happen at the, this whole entanglement thing? And of course, at the Oscars also, we all did see the reaction on Jada Pinkett's face when Will Smith walked up on stage to give a slap to Chris Rock. Now she came back to say that she had no idea what the whole slap issue at the Oscars was. Now she's back again and telling us that, her former, I should say, well, I don't know if they were really having a fling together, but of course, rumors had it that herself and Tupac were really, really intimate. Now, she came back to also say that Tupac's, board that we all know him to be accustomed to is apparently as a result of he battling alopecia. Well, I'm not surprised anyways. And of course, I wouldn't be surprised if I do hear that the children between herself and Will Smith are not hers. Well, we'll keep you updated as and when we do hear interesting fact about this story again. Thanks for watching.